So basically, the big outrage is Roger Waters did a thing from his own artistic past, his own thing where he criticizes totalitarianism. So what he did was he was in Germany and he did this whole thing criticizing totalitarian ideology by doing the thing from the wall, where it was essentially the fascist iconography, the SS type uniforms, using the two hammers instead of a swastika, that being from the original song, the original meaning about a guy who was having a daydream about being a fascist dictator. So, he did this in protest of a lot of what is going on, particularly with regards to the Ukraine situation. So he's being very critical of it. Now, using anything that's even quasi-Nazi is illegal in Germany, and there's a big outrage about it, and there's now a police investigation coming after him to make sure that they get him if he broke the law. Except here's the thing. It's illegal to use it to glorify the crimes of Nazism or Nazism in general. He used pseudo Nazi imagery to criticize totalitarianism. He used the imagery in I guess, a satirical way to criticize that kind of ideology. Exactly what is he in trouble for? Because it is legal to do that. It is legal to use the imagery for a criticism or for historical purposes, but for his purposes it was the satirical criticism of modern day politics. It's really only illegal to use it to glorify Nazism. I mean, Rammstein got, my favorite band, it got in trouble with that because they did a song about the history of Germany and there were depictions of the Nazis and executing Jews. Now, you really couldn't claim that Rammstein were pro-Nazi. There's no way, shape, or form that you could do that. The whole thing was meant as a criticism, and it's like, oh, we have to investigate if you committed a crime, which very clearly it wasn't. Okay, how is this really controversial? Was Roger Waters, Pink Floyd head guy, glorifying Nazis? Obviously he wasn't. He wouldn't. No one is even claiming that he did. The entire context was the exact opposite. So his use of it was very clearly legal. So no crime has been committed. So what's so controversial here? Well, I'll tell you what's controversial. Because he has been so critical of the United States, and particularly its violent foreign policy. He has been very critical of NATO and the entire situation that has evolved in Ukraine between the United States and Russia. He's not a supporter of the mainstream pro-war establishment, being that pro-war against Russia. He's not pro-Russian as far as I can tell. He's just anti-war, period. And that's what this is really about. They're really on him for not supporting the mainstream protest. They're trying to create the illusion that he's a fascist. Not by saying it, but by suggesting that what he did using the Nazi imagery was wrong. Even though it actually wasn't. And it wasn't illegal and would not require a police investigation whatsoever. It's complete nonsense. But you see what they're trying to do. They're trying to accuse him of that without directly coming out and saying it. And the only reason they're doing that is to try to discredit him. Because he doesn't support the mainstream establishment pro-war against Russia narrative that's going on, when in fact he's just anti-war, period. He, as far as I can tell, he is against the entire war and is not on either side. But that's how dishonest the mainstream media is being. Or rather, the pro-war, pro-NATO media is being. If you're not with us, you're against us.
Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.